Hey, welcome in Huntsville. Another wonderful good morning to you. Thanks for waking up with us. What do you love about Huntsville? What makes this a great place to be?
Everyone here is very genuine and very kind and friendly. You never hesitate to speak up and say hello or good morning or just acknowledge the person walking by.
The thing that I love most about Huntsville, I love the peace that Huntsville brings. I love the peace that it gives me.
I feel accepted and part of the town and like I belong here.
Huntsville is where my lovely wife lived when I met her, so I moved here. So I'm pretty thankful for her.
Starting to pick up.
Yep. Well, that'll be great on live, on a podcast.
Hey, we may lose one of these canopies. There it goes.
Oh, boy.
I knew that was going to happen.
We're bucking for you in Huntsville, Texas.
Yeah, you're live, Irma. Welcome. What's up, Irma? How you doing? We got you. Hey, we're tapped into your computer there too, where you work. We can actually see you on video. I hacked your computer. So beautiful earrings today, Irma. You're always beautiful. Very nice.
You're so silly.
All right, here we go, Karen. Better late than never, and welcome in.
Good morning.
Happy Monday to you.
Yes,
Karen,
Mimosa Monday.
It is Mimosa. That's why you're glowing. You know,
That's right.
I always say that Karen Denman on a Monday just is glowing, and a special glow today, and it's because it's Monday, and it's Mimosa non-Mimosa Monday.
Right.
Oh no! Would we be glowing if it was mimosas?
Absolutely.
It helps you glow.
Yes, it does.
The orange
yes.
Is it the orange?
That's got to be it.
It's like the
or
orange.
the champagne. Yeah.
The orange yellow comes out a little bit more. So, well, hey, welcome in. Here we go. Cloudy skies today as we get started. And you know, Karen, when you walked in, you said something that I noticed right away. How does it feel outside?
It's kind of yucky.
Yeah.
It's muggy.
It's one of those mornings, not to be gross, but you feel like you can just do this.
Like you're wearing the weather?
Yeah.
Yes.
I've never heard of it that way. What's crazy right now is all along the Midwest, blizzard warnings and severe winter weather.
Yeah, and then here it is, muggy and hot out here.
Yep, and here it is. It's 53 in San Angelo this morning. That has no bearance on us. But here, about 14 degrees warmer. Light rain, 67 degrees this morning. Saw a few sprinkles. It's going to get up to 75 today, but you're right. It's 91% humidity. We have a little bit of a cold front, I guess, blowing through. And so tonight it's going to be clear and 47. Tomorrow, a picture-perfect day, 66 and sunny.
And isn't it supposed to rain most of the day today?
It is, yeah. And I think when I was looking here, Karen, I think that, yeah, it's going to be 80% this morning, and then it'll taper off to around 40% this afternoon. Could have up to half an inch of rain, 80% chance. And I've learned, I used to come on this show, full disclaimer, and I would pretend that I knew what the weather was.
But you were looking at it?
No, I didn't know. I had no clue. I would say, oh, it's kind of like I'd lick my finger and stick it in the air.
Yeah.
And I'd say, oh, it's about 62 outside, and we'll have skies will be clearing. And then I go back and look during a commercial break, and it wasn't 62. It was more like 52, and it would actually get worse as the day went on. So I've done that a few times. So I've learned to no longer make up the weather like a real weather person. I'm no longer a meteorologist. I'm actually going to the National Weather Service and using their forecast.
Probably a better idea.
It is.
Yeah.
And I've always wondered, do you keep up with the weather? Is that like something you do, or are you just kind of like whatever?
I usually look in the morning to see how I need to dress.
What's your go-to for weather? Where do you go? Just on your phone?
Just a weather app. Mm-hmm.
See, I used to, watch the news in the morning, and then nothing. I don't want to be negative. You know how we're always positive on this show, but I just got so tired of all the negative news. I don't even watch the news anymore.
I don't either.
Even like Good Morning America back in the day, I used to like that show, and
I did too.
Now it's all like opinions, and everyone wants to push their own agenda. I just want to hear what's going on.
Yes.
But I used to watch the local weather reports, and I don't know, years and years ago, I decided, why don't I just go straight to the source, go to the National Weather Service? And so I started going to nws.noaa.gov. I mean, those were the weather guys. So I just used their forecast. And they've been pretty accurate. And, one of the best meteorologists that and I got to know him, I was a weather nerd growing up. There's a guy named Jim Spencer, and he's really beloved in Austin. He's been around he actually officiates high school football games on Friday nights.
Oh, really?
And he's a weatherman by day and officiates by nights. But he's one of the nicest guys. Got to meet him several times and talk to him. And he actually retired from the NBC TV station years ago, but he's such a friend of the station that he still comes on. It's like a substitute teacher. So he still hops on and sits in sometimes. And but Jim was always really, really, really good with the weather. And I think the time for me that I really, really respected his forecasting was how he responded. And I've mentioned on the show before, on May the 27th, 1997, one of the worst tornadoes to ever hit Texas was in Gerald, Texas, north of Austin. And Jim Spencer did such a great job covering that storm. And not only covering it, but you know how some people, like, they're in their job, but then there's more to it than that. Like you, I'm not saying it because you're sitting here, but you do your job during the day, Karen, but there's more to it than that. You embrace people, you're friends to people, and that goes a long way. That's how Jim is. Like, he didn't just cover the weather, he embraced. And when that tornado hit that community, he became a friend to that community because he was so passionate about wanting to help people there. And so I guess that's why I never forget the name Jim Spencer. It's like so I don't know, it's cool. Have if you ever you watch TV and you see these news anchors or these weather people, and then you see them in person, you're like, oh my gosh, they're really real people. It's kind of like a starstruck moment. I became friends with a guy named Sean Clinch in Austin, and he was the number 2 sports anchor for the ABC affiliate. And he became a friend of Georgetown because he started showing up and covering the kids at Georgetown back in the day during baseball season. And once I got to know him, I was like, this is just a really down-to-earth, good dude. The only flaw that he had was he went to SFA. That was it. He's a lumberjack. And when I was calling Bearcat games, he didn't like that,
Yeah, don't let Aaron hear you say that.
Well, Aaron does it right, though. He wears the purple. He's the only – was that a custom shirt?
Probably. The purple with the Bearcat logo? Yeah.
I mean, I don't know anybody that has that, but yeah, the purple shirt and a Bearcat logo. But Sean was a great guy. You know what's crazy is, and now I understand it. You know, being in the media and I'll get into another little thought that's kind of racing through my mind right here in a minute. But you know, Sean ended up leaving that job, and I was like, how could you leave? He worked at the station for like 15 years and was on his way to being probably the number one sports guy in that area in Austin. And he goes, you know, the work is tremendous and the pay isn't that great. And you'd think if you were like that high up, you're probably making $100,000 a year, but that's not. I learned quickly that's not the case. And you know what he does now? Take a guess what this guy does. So I know it doesn't make sense, but think of a sports guy, Karen, and now he's no longer on TV. What would you think that he does now? And think 180, nothing related to sports.
Maybe he's in banking.
Close. Pharmaceutical sales.
Oh, so he's a drug salesman.
Yeah, so, you know, so he went from being one of the top sports anchors in the Austin area to selling pharmaceuticals, and he's done really well. And he said he actually enjoys it.
Yeah.
So you know, this is what I always say: remain teachable. And this is where my mind was going in the middle of all of this morning. Was if you're in a situation to where you're just not happy, and I mean this, and I don't want you to go quit your job, and this is the inspiration this morning, but sometimes you got to pave your own path. You know, for me, like in the media industry, there's a lot of different channels, and I've learned in this industry that there's a lot of different personalities, and you know, when I was in Fargo, I was told about that, like, hey, you know, we were in a cluster of like 7 radio stations. So and they was all in one building. So you can imagine 7 different genres along with 5 different people for each station. There's a lot of different personalities.
Oh, yeah.
But we all figured out a way to mesh, and that's what made that so successful. But I learned, like, in this industry, especially like in the radio industry, and I'm not saying this negative or knocking anything, but I was like, I just have to like pave my own path, because it's just one of those weird things to where, you know, it's like you have ideas and you want to do them and you can't do them, then you're kind of held back. And so maybe you're in that situation, and it may be in an industry that you're in. You know, think of ways that you can blaze your own trail, whether it's you go out and create something yourself, or you talk to the upper management where you work and say, hey, I've got these ideas. And most people, if you have ideas, are going to be receptive to it. If you're around somebody that you have ideas and they're not receptive to it, it's probably time just to say, see ya. Because good management embraces ideas and builds a culture, you know.
They may listen, but they won't act.
Yeah, so just think about those things this morning. We are here. Welcome in. We're getting ever so closer to episode 240. I think today we're at 239, so tomorrow will be the big 240. But we are here on a Monday. Big thank you, as always, to Paul Oley, the gallery, and Elliot Herzlich of Elliot's Jewelers, online at elliotsjewelers.com. And, of course, we could not be here on this non-mimosa, magnificent, marvelous, masterful Monday without our great friends at Walker County Federal Credit Union. Karen Denman had Toy on last week.
Yeah, and she's going to be on next week.
Yep. She said she's going to be back. I guess, is that April the 1st next week?
Yes, it is April the 1st.
Yeah, she will.
Talking about Diva Night.
And y'all aren't fooling us, right? April the 1st is April
I
Fool's.
will not be here.
Yeah, you're not
No
joking.
fooling.
No, you should say, I'll be here, Rob, and then April Fool's is not going to show up. Did you ever partake in the April Fool's stuff? Did you ever get involved in any of that?
Yeah, as kids, you know, you always do stuff like that. Yeah.
Every year, Google did something. I don't know if you ever remember, Google would do these really cool things, and they and I'm so gullible back then. I thought it was real that they had this that they were building this internet service, and Google put this on their search engine, saying you could download this kit on how to get high-speed internet through your plumbing lines in your house.
Oh, goodness.
And so they made this video and everything. It looked real about how you buy this kit from them. Now, of course, when you went to buy the kit, it would say, just kidding, April Fools.
Yeah.
But this was after you watched the video and got interested in it. Apparently, there was a device that you would buy, and you'd flush it down your toilet, and it would carry the internet lines. You know, I'm younger, and I was like, this is a really cool idea.
Yeah, let's just flush it.
Yeah, just flush it. And, of course, it was an April Fool's. There's been some really good ones. I think one of the biggest April Fools that I did, just in the field that I'm in, is one year I had posted on Facebook. I said, you know, it's been so great being being involved in broadcasting, and I said, we finally made it. And I joked around and I said that I had no idea who the voice of the Houston Rockets was, so I didn't want to I probably shouldn't have posted that because it's probably disrespectful to that guy, whoever he is. But I had posted, I've been selected as the new voice of the Houston Rockets in the NBA. This was like 10 years ago. But then I said, keep scrolling for more information, and I made this huge white space on the post.
And everybody was saying congratulations. So that lets you know they quit about halfway.
Yeah, they didn't read it because at the very end I said, just kidding, April Fools.
Mm-hmm.
And man, I had like 300 comments. And I started getting phone calls. Rob, are you kidding me?
Congratulations.
I was like, no, did you not read the full thing? So that was about as crazy as I ever got on April Fools.
I did one time when I was working at another place. I had 5 or 6 people that reported to me, and they all had this great idea that it would be really, let's fool Karen. And so they all called in sick that morning, or, something happened to a family member. And, and it was just one call after another. And then I thought, oh my gosh, this has got to be a joke. And it was, luckily.
We did, it's what y'all should do at Walker County Federal is just, put on there like everybody gets $1 million, and then when they come in, say, April
Just
Fools.
kidding.
Well, what's been going on? Things are going good. You weren't here last week. I know some pretty exciting things happening, for you, and everything is good. But just let us know kind of what you've been up to, how things have been, Karen. We missed you last week.
Well, I appreciate that. I enjoyed sleeping in a little bit later, so
Yeah.
that was nice.
You got an extra 10 minutes,
yes,
right?
a whole extra 10 minutes, yeah. But sometimes that 10 minutes makes a difference. No, just work, and we got trivia tonight at Rodeo, 6 o'clock. Then April the 10th, I'm on the Safe House board, so we have a SAC sponsorship. We've got room for sponsorships, but if you'd like to buy lunches for your staff, I'll get you Tammy's email, Tammy Farkas at Safe House. You can call in your order ahead of time, and we'll deliver. So, yeah, just some fun things going on.
I missed you this weekend. I told you, it was a Sandy Creek fly-in over there. And
Yes.
So appreciate Greg and Rhonda and all that they do for not just the community, but I mean, just for folks, not just being involved in the business world, but just giving back to the community. And it was so neat. There's a lot of planes that flew in out there, and it was really cool because I think it was like 3,000 Easter eggs they dropped from an airplane.
Yes, I went one year. That was really neat.
I mean,
it was a lot of fun.
I was thinking, I posted some pictures of that, and I said, as I was thinking about this, Karen, I said, this is the reason that Bridget and I wanted to be back. This is home to us. This is family. Huntsville really is a family community. And just being able to see the joy in so many people, to enjoy a beautiful Saturday, by the way. I mean, it was gorgeous on Saturday.
Yes, it was very, very pretty.
It was just amazing. And it's like, where else are you going to be able to be around so many good people and good friends and people who want to give back? And then on top of that, to see the kids with so much joy. And all my little girl, all Braylon has been talking about now, nonstop, is eggs and planes. She may want to be a pilot now. So, Greg, you may have like a future little pilot coming up one of these days. But even this morning when she woke up, the first thing out of her mouth, I'm trying to get her to say "Good morning, Daddy," because I'm like not trying to force the melting of the heart.
Yes.
But I'm trying to encourage her. Like, when you get up, can you say "Good morning, Daddy"? Well, this morning the first words were "Airplane eggs dropping, Daddy." I was like, no,
no,
baby.
that's not it.
No, he's "Good morning, Daddy." So, but it was fun. That was a great event. A lot of good things happening here throughout the community. I know that you mentioned the Safe House and that barbecue lunch coming up. That's always a really great opportunity to give back, and so thankful that you serve on the board at Safe House. It's such an important organization.
It is.
And something else that I wanted to make sure that I mentioned this morning, and you and I talked a little bit about this before we went on, is just the support from Walker County Federal Credit Union in so many different areas. When you see events in the community, you'll see that WCFCU logo on a lot.
Yep.
The importance of giving back is so important, Karen. Maybe highlight that just briefly this morning. Just y'all's role in giving back and why it's so important to you and to the bank or the credit union.
Well, because we live here, we work here, we service people who live in Walker County, and we just want to be a part of any good thing that we can and help everybody that we can, and so we love that and going out and being a part of it. We got the Pineapple Run coming up, so we sponsor that too. anything with Safe House, CASA, you name it, Walker County's there.
Yes, pretty much anything. And something that I saw on social media too is with the new, the bond that got passed and the new facilities with the football stadium and the baseball field. I know you guys were a big part of that as well. And the school district gave a shout out to everybody who was involved. They shouted you guys out. And, I feel bad. I went over to the football stadium, but I haven't had a chance to go over to the baseball and softball stadiums yet. I did fly a drone over it, just full disclaimer, to get some cool photos. But those facilities, our kids deserve to have the best. And I think Dr. Shepard said it so good whenever, he said, people have asked me, why this? And I loved his response. Why not?
Exactly. Yeah.
Why don't our kids in Huntsville, Texas deserve to have the same, if not better facilities than
anyone else? Yes.
Than anyone else.
I think we were only one of two that didn't have their own facilities, our athletic place. So, yeah, it's awesome. It's great.
I was talking to Coach Southern a few weeks ago. Maybe it's been a couple of months. Time just – I was thinking the other day, I was like, man, I'm going to be 40 here in just a couple of weeks. And it doesn't –
oh, my goodness.
Yeah. And see, but here's the deal. And you know what's going to happen? One day I'm going to be 80, and then I'm going to be like – one day I'm going to be 70, and then I'm going to be like, yeah, I'm going to be 75. And then there's going to be like a 90-year-old person go, oh, my goodness, 75,
Yeah. 75, you're just a youngin'.
You're just a youngin'. But I was thinking a lot about, I was talking to Coach, and the reason I brought up the age thing is just time goes so fast. But I said, we have to look at the big picture. And I know that there was some, some folks that were kind of like, well, why don't the teachers get a raise and all? The bonds have nothing to do. Bonds don't go to giving teachers a raise. It doesn't work that way. And teachers do deserve. I believe teachers, yes, they work hard. They do deserve to be compensated and taken care of. But you also have to know the facts behind things. And the bonds don't go to giving teachers a raise. That's a whole different system, the way that works. And someone was saying, well, we need to quit pouring all this money into athletics and put it into fine arts and sciences and all that. Yeah, we do. And the good news is the bond did all that. And it wasn't just the facilities. It wasn't just a new football stadium and a new softball field and a baseball field. But
it was desperately needed.
It was desperately needed, yeah. That was part of it. And where I was going with this talk, Karen, is when I was talking to Coach Southern, he was taking me around through the field house. And I said, I'm thinking of this in a different way that I've never thought of, Coach. I said, there's going to be parents that are thinking about moving to Huntsville, Texas, and they're going to come here and they're going to see that facility, and they're going to be like, this is we're going to move here because of how nice these facilities are. Coach told me, he goes, there's already 4 families that have done just that.
Really?
And so there's the proof in the pudding right there, that people are seeing the investment. And that's where this conversation's going. People are seeing the investment in our youth, and everyone can partake. Even if your child is not in athletics, that's still a positive thing because it brings more people into the district that want to do great things. So it was kind of cool, and I'm looking forward to more things. I think there's a really big fine arts center that they're building. Like if you look at the high school and on the left side, there's all this construction. That's all the new fine arts center that they're building over there.
Neat.
Like, this is going to be cool. So a lot of great things happening. Well, let us know that you're out there this morning. Again, we appreciate Karen Denman of Walker County Federal Credit Union being with us. Toy was here last week. She'll be with us again next week. No April Fool. She'll be here. But we do want to hear from you this morning. A lot of you have already messaged us and let us know that you're out there. Let us know what you did this weekend. Maybe some positive things that are happening in your life as well. We'd love to hear from you this morning, and we'll share that. Do us a big favor and make sure to hit like and share as we continue on. We will have a keyword here in just a few moments. Karen and I came up with it. I just don't want to flash it on the screen yet because I haven't set up the text system. So if I do it, people are going to text in. Karen, I got 3 choices today. $20, Cash App or Venmo, a Cafe Texan gift card, or a Klein card. I'm going to let you pick. Which one should we give away today?
I'm going to go with the Cafe Texan gift card.
All right.
Yeah.
Man, I'm so thankful that
you can't go wrong there.
No, and that's great because if you would have said the other one, the $20, that comes out of my pocket.
Right.
Thank you, Karen. See, Karen knows. So we're going to give that away in just a few moments. More to come here. We'll talk about what it's the National Day of. We'll talk about more events happening here in our community. And I'll give all of you a little shout out about how Walker County Federal has helped Bridget and I. So make sure you stay tuned. A lot of great things continuing on. We'll be back in a moment. And keep your eyes on the screen. I know many of you are on Spirit Radio this morning. We'll vocalize the keyword in a moment. But for those of you on social media, keep your eyes on the screen. We'll have that keyword here in just a few moments. Here's a listen at your national news, a word from our sponsors. We'll be back in a moment. This is Good Morning Huntsville.
USA News, I'm Ryan Daniels. Russian authorities are confirming a total of more than 140 dead in the wake of Friday's terrorist attack in Moscow. It happened during a sold-out rock concert. Gunmen opened fire into the crowd. ISIS-K claiming credit for the attack.
And in fact, what we know to be the case is that ISIS-K is actually, by all accounts, responsible for what happened.
Vice President Kamala Harris. In the wake of the attack, Russian authorities have been pointing the finger at Ukraine as a bloody ground war between the two countries continues. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky accusing Russia of trying to shift blame. One U.S. senator says there were warnings from the U.S. sent to the Russian government about the potential for terrorist attacks like the one in Moscow on Friday. Democratic Senator Tim Kaine of Virginia tells Fox News Sunday Russian President Vladimir Putin would not listen.
Vladimir Putin gave a speech on Tuesday discounting the warning, saying we were trying to meddle and create confusion. We also warned Iran a couple months ago about a potential attack by ISIS-K there.
The White House is expecting an Israeli delegation to arrive in Washington, D.C. for high-level talks this week. President Biden invited a team of Israeli officials to visit during a recent phone call with the Israeli Prime Minister, Benjamin Netanyahu. At the same time, House Speaker Mike Johnson has said that he wants to invite the Prime Minister to speak to Congress about the conflict against Hamas in Gaza. And Los Angeles Dodgers star Shohei Ohtani will address the media today for the first time since allegations of illegal gambling and theft involving his former interpreter surfaced. After investigative journalists with the LA Times first reported the story, the Dodgers fired the interpreter, who was also seen as a close colleague of Ohtani. Major League Baseball says it has started a formal investigation of its own. This is USA News.
Attention! This is a public notice from the Social Security Disability Helpline. If you're one of the millions of Americans who are disabled and unable to work, you may be eligible for disability benefits from Social Security. Receiving benefits is your right. If you suffer from physical or mental disability, whether you're applying for the first time or you've already been denied, we can help. We'll evaluate your situation and deal with Social Security on your behalf. Best of all, there's no fee until you receive your benefits. Remember, we only get paid if you win your case. There are many reasons and conditions that may make you eligible for disability benefits. Many of them you may not be aware of. So if you're disabled and unable to work, call now to get started with your free, no-obligation consultation.
800-362-9337. 800-362-9337. That's 800-362-9337.
Hey, I'm Denise Olivas, Business Account Specialist at Walker County Federal Credit Union. One of the best things I hear from our members is how they love being treated like they're important, like their family. Sure, our members love things like low rates on loans too, but combine that with the friendliest and most helpful service in town, and you've got Walker County Federal, taking care of our members. It's what we do. We are Walker County Federal Credit Union, member NCUA.
Join us at First Baptist Church Huntsville for the exciting return of Wednesday Night Live starting March 6th from 4:30 to 7:30 p.m. We're offering games, fellowship, a free meal, and Bible study sessions for all ages. Whether you're a child, teen, or adult, there's something for everyone. Adults can enjoy new Bible study classes while the kids engage in fun, faith-based activities. This community event is open to everyone free of charge. Don't miss out on this opportunity for spiritual growth and community connection. To register and for more information, visit fbchuntsville.org.
Hi, I'm Billy Cawthon, manager of Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home. We know times of loss are tough, and you need a place to feel comfortable and cared for. At Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, we pride ourselves on being with you during those really tough days. You can rest assured that we will be on your side and by your side every step of the way. Thank you for your trust. Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, supporting families every day, every step.
Trendsetters, join me in welcoming Abby from the Color Bar, the ultimate destination for a fresh look in 2024.
Excited to be here, Rob. We're transforming styles with the latest Bellamy extensions and vibrant colors.
Tell us about these game-changing extensions and the vibe for the new year.
With Bellamy's range and our unique color palette, everyone can find their perfect style. Think bold reds and chic pastels for 2024.
And the deals?
We're offering special financing on extensions and a complimentary conditioning with any color service in January.
Abby, how can listeners join in?
Well, that's easy. They can just visit colorbartx.com or call us at 936-439-4972. We're in Huntsville and Conroe, ready to make your year stunning.
Thanks, Abby. Folks, don't wait to reinvent yourself with the Color Bar's Bellamy magic.
Tomorrow's Promise Montessori schools believe in creating spaces where children can learn, grow, and use their imaginations. At any Tomorrow's Promise location, children enjoy the largest playgrounds in town. Tomorrow's Promise Montessori is a fun school where every child learns at their own pace, and mastery of a concept is expected before moving on to the next concept. At Tomorrow's Promise, every child is respected, loved, and nurtured for the unique individual that they are. Third location on Veterans Memorial, coming soon. Visit tpms.life for more information. Education you can trust.
Sometimes I just like to let this music go and go and go to build up the anticipation. Because you know people on the back end are like, can you please come back? I'm tired of listening at this.
Yeah.
Because they want to hear us. They want to hear you, not me.
I doubt that.
They want to hear you. 239 episodes into it, and folks are still watching. We are so thankful for that. You know, I thought by now, Karen, we'd be down to about 3 or 4 viewers, but it's actually went up. It's good. I think it's because you're here on a Monday. And then, of course, when Michelle comes in, it's kind of hard to,
yes,
to not have joy when Michelle Cardenas graces her with her presence as
she's
well.
always smiling.
She's so respectful, too. Did you notice that?
Yes.
She said Miss Denman.
Miss Denman, yes.
She calls me Mr. Hip. And then if she wants to be a little more casual but still be respectful, instead of saying, she'll say, Mr. Billy sometimes.
What up, Rob? That's what you need to say. What up, Rob?
Yeah, see, she won't do it. She will not do it, so... Well, we're so blessed to have Michelle and so many wonderful students like her in our community with the LEAP ambassadors. We talked a lot about events. They're going to be having an event Tuesday. Tomorrow is their LEAP Lens showcasing photography that they have taken, and that will be over at the Walker Education Center. When does that get started tomorrow, Michelle? 5:30 tomorrow. And so I think the community is invited. You have to pay to be there. Just come on out. So come on out. They've got a display. We got to see a preview of it. But it's beautiful photography from the LEAP ambassadors and Mike Yon, and he has done such an incredible job with these young people. There's only 5 ambassadors or so, I believe. I said 10 one time.
He's a great guy.
Well, I said 10 ambassadors at once, and Michelle's like, no, there's only 5. She corrected me really fast. So she's like, ain't nobody got time for the other 5. It's just us 5. So, but go out there to that event tomorrow. Karen, something else that's coming up. You mentioned, too, the Pineapple Run, and you guys are a big part of that. That's such an important event. We're so thankful for Deanna, for the awareness, that she is brought to this community. Obviously, it was tragic for her to lose her sweet angel, but, she carries on the legacy of her sweet little girl through the Peyton Irwin Foundation. And, again, that's why I love Huntsville. We're all about our veterans, and we're also very passionate and compassionate about events and things that happen. And Deanna and her husband have done such a wonderful job educating so many people. And we'll have Deanna on here. We love talking to her about the Pineapple Run every year when it comes up. And that's just another great event, here to bring awareness. And it's definitely helped me. I'll be transparent. I used to be the guy that was always on my phone and never thought about it.
Right. It just takes a second.
The one thing that she really educated me on was when you're at a red light and you think it's okay to look down at your phone and do stuff, but your brain takes a few seconds to reset.
Right.
And I've been guilty of it. I'll be honest. I've been at a 4-way stop or at a stop sign, and then I hit the gas and I have to hit the brakes. You know, and so having Deanna bring that awareness, we need to continuously talk about that.
Nothing's that important.
So it's great to have that. We do have that keyword. We showed it a while ago. It's spring, by the way, is the keyword. For those of you on Spirit Radio FM, spring is the keyword. And a big thanks to Karen Denman for picking Cafe Texan this morning. It's going to be a gift card to Cafe Texan because that $20 would have had to come out of my pocket. I thought if Karen was here, I could just be like, hey, can you slip me a 20? She's like, ain't nobody got time for that.
Not putting that down.
You're not putting it down, and I sure won't be picking it up then. So a lot of friends joining us this morning. Irma's here already. We didn't hear her drive by, but she commented.
I don't think she's driven by yet. Well, yeah, she should have, because if not, she's late.
We don't want to get her in trouble with Miss Diana over there, you know. She said, good morning, friends. Love y'all.
Yeah, she's so sweet.
So we love you too, Irma.
We love you, Irma.
Our friend Adrian Hunter over at Cabins and More of Texas saying good morning with a little sunshine, and we need that sunshine
yes,
this
we do.
morning. I need to go by and see Adrian. You know, when I lived in Georgetown, Karen, we had like 3/4 of an acre. It was on a cul-de-sac. It was a really cool, unique lot. It was like a trapezoid lot because you're in a cul-de-sac, but we had 3/4 of an acre of land. And so I bought one of those little cabins, those portable buildings. And it was cool because the guy behind me had like 13 acres. So I turned the front of that thing to where it faced the back, and I miss having that. Well, I started noticing in Elkins, people are putting these cabins out. And I didn't know we were allowed to do that.
I didn't think so either.
But they are. The Architectural Committee is allowing some of them. And so I said, well, if they allow the guy behind me, maybe they'll allow me. And so, Adrian, I need to come see you because I really want to get – Bridget wants me to move out.
Move into your own building out back.
She wants me to move into my own building. No, she wants me to we need the room for the kids, and we need a guest room also, and it's kind of tough. And I told you before the show, Bridget, has these thoughts about having more children. So I need to start thinking ahead. So Adrian, I will come see you soon, and we'll talk about this because I need to have my own little backyard retreat.
Yes.
I don't like saying man cave though. That's just too cliche. Everybody says that now.
They do.
Do you ever want like a she shed,
I would love one. I have so much stuff, but I'm in a townhouse, so
we can here's what we'll do, Karen. You and I will go in on this together. We'll just buy a little 60 by 90 lot somewhere, and I'll put a little shed on one end. You put one on the other.
Yes,
we'll have our own
fill it up for sure.
There we go. See, problem solved. And we'll get the loan at Walker County Federal. They'll take care of us for it. Check this out. Adrian says that they have 24 buildings in stock right now. So
awesome.
There you go. Tammy also joined. Tammy, how do you say your last name, Tammy, by the way? She's saying, good morning, Karen and Rob. Tammy Trotter joined us, but it's Trotter dash another name.
Isn't it?
SCHUETTE. I would say shoot.
Shoot. I believe that's how she pronounces
Tammy,
it. But correct us if we're wrong, Tammy.
Tammy, don't get mad at me, but we were joking the other day, and we said we wanted to make it sound a little more French, and so we were like, chouette. I don't know if that sounds French, though. Michelle's like, that's not French. So anyways,
that's
Tammy.
Slang, Rob.
It's a little slang. Rita Piper joining us this morning on Facebook. Good morning, Rita. And I love what she said. We were talking about our children earlier, and she said, the youth are our future.
They are. They are.
Our good buddy, you haven't changed your name in a while, Robbie. It used to be Prison City Jeep Guy. Then it was just Robbie Diamonds. Then it was Robbie D's. Now it's Hunts Vegas Jeep Guy. He was talking earlier when I said 40. I was about to be 40. He goes, dang, bro, that was a long haul apparently. Just kidding. I've never had anyone tell me this. He said, you look great. Well, thank you, man. I'm going to shut the show down the rest of the week. So he was talking about you, Karen. Definitely wasn't talking about me. So, Robbie, good to see you this morning, my friend. Steph Valley, a good friend of ours over at Magnolia Kennel, saying positive barking day at Magnolia Kennel of Huntsville. And Steph, Scott, I need to come see you guys because we're going to board Stella and Mac over at Magnolia this weekend. We already got them in the queue over there, but I have to do like a trial run to make sure that and I love Stephanie. She's so transparent. She's like, look, bring them out here for a day because she does like a free date, free first time.
Yeah.
Bring them out for the day, see how they react, and then if they're cool, then bring them back. So that's
good.
Yeah, that's our good friend.
You don't want to find out after you're already out of town.
What do? Do you have how many cats? Do you just one?
I have 2, and then I'm fostering one.
So when you go out of town, do you leave them? I mean, cats are pretty self-sufficient.
Yeah, if it's just a day or 2, they're fine. But if it's longer than that, my neighbor across the street, she has a key, and so she goes and feeds them for me and takes care of them.
Can I disclose something, Karen, about you real quick? Is
Sure.
that okay? Karen Denman has it's probably made by SpaceX. You know, Elon Musk has made this cat litter box.
It's awesome. It is
How does this
awesome.
thing work? It's like self-sufficient, self-clean. What does it do?
Yes, it's called a litter robot, and I think there's a 2 and a 4, and I got the 4. There's probably something else better by now, but yeah, it looks like a globe, like a spaceship kind of looking thing, and then they walk in it, and it detects when they're in there, and then when they get out, and it waits a few seconds, and then it spins, and it dumps the clumps into a tray underneath. It's got a bag in it. And there's an app. It'll even tell me which cat went in there.
Wow.
And how long they were in there. I don't really need to know all that.
Yeah.
But I guess for, medical reasons, if there's something wrong, you can know if they're going a lot or whatever. But it cleans itself. It dumps the clumps. And then it's just clean litter. So every time they walk in there, it's clean litter. And then you just replace the litter as needed. But it'll tell you.
Look, there's a
Bill.
there's a troublemaker back there. Yeah.
It'll tell you, when the tray is full, so you know to clean it out. And so it's neat. Yeah. And so you never have to scoop anything or, there's no smell or anything like that. So
The number one reason, Karen, you and I have never not gotten along on anything. You're going to not like what I'm about to say. I'm not a cat fan.
Well, I'm sorry.
Yeah, see?
Something's wrong with you.
You can't sense this, but Karen just had this glare at me like, Rob. And here's the reason, though. Because growing up, I was the one that had to, half the time clean the litter box.
Yeah.
And I hated doing that. I couldn't
it's not a
stand
fun
it.
job.
No, I hated it. And I was like, can't you cats just learn how to, do something?
Go outside.
But then we couldn't let them outside because, where we lived, the coyotes would get them. Mm-hmm. Is it coyote or coyotes?
I say coyote.
See, I got made fun of in Fargo because it's the South Dakota coyotes. We say coyote down here.
Yeah, that's what I say
So they
too.
were all making, it's not called a coyote. Yeah, it is.
Yeah. They don't know how to say it right.
Friends, go ahead and get angry at me. We have better food. We also speak better.
Yes.
I'm just kidding. Y'all think the
They
crazy.
have an accent. We don't.
Yeah, that's right. It's coyote, by the way. It's not coyotes. It felt so weird to say coyotes. It just doesn't sound right. It sounds like you're trying to be elegant.
Yes.
The coyotes. It is the coyote. I'd rather say it. Man, what's up, coyote? How you doing, boy? Coyote. Sounds like a nickname.
Yeah, it does.
It's like everybody has a cousin named Lip too. You got that punk cousin. You call him. You may not realize it, but you have a cousin named Lip. Think about your cousins. There's always that one cousin that runs his mouth, right? That's Lip.
Yeah,
So,
I guess.
So next time you see that guy, whoever he is, or gal, just call him Lip. Like, what's up, Lip? Michelle don't even know what I'm talking about. So, anyways, that's the whole cat story. That's why. And where was this litter box when I was growing up? Didn't exist.
Right.
Now it does.
Yes, and it's wonderful. If you have cats, even for one cat, but if you have multiple cats, it's perfect.
Let's see who else was talking to us. Jamie Saucier over at Saucier Woodworks. He made our sign for us, by the way, for those of you that are new joining it. Saucier Woodworks. Jamie Saucier getting up early today. Good to see you this morning. Carolyn Gibson, the grandmother of Huntsville, saying good morning, Huntsville. Quentin Glaze, our number one engager on Hello Huntsville, not just through our show, but through Facebook. We give a little shout out every once a month or so, and Quentin's always at the top of that list because he just comments and he's a part of what we do. So we appreciate you. Trying to see Rick Boning. Good morning to you, Rick. Rick and Kay joining us this morning.
Are they back in town? I know they've been out of town with her dad.
Yeah, Rick, let us know if you're back, buddy. We're looking forward. Wednesday, Dr. White's going to be on the show with us from Sam Houston State University. Yeah, so Rick and Kay will be here for that. Denise Winston is joining us this morning. Good morning to you. Kyle Kreiner hopping in this morning. Christine Mitchell, good to see you guys today. Our friend Matthew Johnson, he left Huntsville, cheated on us, just like I did for a while. Matt, you left. You're going to come back. He has family up there, though. But he said, good morning, 5 to 8 inches of snow incoming up here. Yay.
Oh, wow. Now, isn't he in Dallas?
No, he's all the way up he's in Minnesota now, I believe.
But didn't he go to Dallas first?
No.
Okay. Maybe I'm thinking of a different.
Yeah, they were here, and then he got a job back up in Minnesota, I believe. And, 5 to 8 inches of snow. Get out of here. We don't want that snow.
Yeah, we don't want that.
We want you back, Matt, but we don't want the snow. So, you know what? Those are old chats.
Are they?
Yes.
How old? Like from
a couple, because I was like, wow, that's
shows
a
ago?
Yeah, because
How is that happening?
Because I didn't close it and I left it
Oh,
up.
Rob. So these people we're talking to are probably really not even on here.
Yeah, some of them, I guarantee most of them are. I was wondering why Denise Winston said good morning twice, why Carolyn said good morning twice. Yeah, and I was wondering why Robbie said Thursday all day, warrior mentality. It's not Thursday. And then someone said good morning, Pablo. And I was like, are you Pablo? And that's the joy of being live. All right. Anyways, Irma said I worked in my she shed yesterday evening until dark, and I couldn't see no more. I love it. It's my getaway place. Have you ever seen Irma's she shed?
I have not seen it yet, no.
Irma, send us some photos of this bad boy for us if you don't mind. So, well, Karen, let's take one more break, and we'll come back here in a minute. Do want to remind folks, when we'll talk more, I do want to give some updates on how Walker County Federal has helped Bridget and I with some more great things happening through the credit union. So we'll talk about that. We'll also call our winner. I do want to let you know this morning, thanks to Karen, I'm not having to give you $20 out of my own pocket. We are giving away a gift card to Cafe Texan. What do you got to do, Karen? What do you got?
Call in the text line. Text SPRING to 936-339-0139.
Little spring. I can't. You know what's bad is I can't even hardly see that.
I can't either. I was just relying on memory. Did I get it right?
Yeah, you got it.
Okay, good.
You got it right. I don't even remember our number. It's on the Granny Mary's Cajun Asian Cuisine text line, 936-339-0139. Spring along with your name. As always, our show's every Monday brought to you by the great friends at Walker County Federal Credit Union. They're not a bank. They're a family. They're a credit union, and they're here to take care of you. We'll talk more about Walker County Federal in just a few moments. Stay with us. We'll be back. This is your show. It's Good Morning Huntsville here on a Monday.
Hey, I'm Denise Olivas, Business Account Specialist at Walker County Federal Credit Union, and our business is helping you take care of your business. In addition to personal accounts, Walker County Federal Credit Union also offers business accounts and business lending for commercial customers. We're devoted to taking care of the needs of our individual members and helping our business members with their financial success too. Call us today and find out how easy it is to work with Walker County Federal Credit Union. Member NCUA.
Hi, I'm Billy Cawthon, manager of Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home. We know times of loss are tough, and you need a place to feel comfortable and cared for. At Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, we pride ourselves on being with you during those really tough days. You can rest assured that we will be on your side and by your side every step of the way. Thank you for your trust. Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, supporting families every day, every step.
This is Guardian Defense in Huntsville, Texas, a trusted family-owned and operated gun store and range in the heart of East Texas. Guardian Defense is your one-stop destination for Texas LTC, NRA basic pistol and rifle courses, pistol refresher training, as well as a wide selection of quality firearms and ammunition. At Guardian Defense, empowerment is within reach through their Texas DPS-approved license to carry classes. Certified instructors will guide you through every facet of firearm safety, conflict resolution, and the pertinent legal aspects. Book now to become proficient and responsible in handling a firearm with complete confidence. For the eager learners, the fundamentals of pistol and rifle usage await discovery in their comprehensive 8-hour NRA basic courses. You're invited to connect with Guardian Defense on Facebook and Instagram, or give them a call at 936-293-0364. You can also visit them online at guardiandefensellc.com. Guardian Defense, your reliable partner in mastering firearm safety and acquiring quality firearms in the heart of Texas.
Welcome to Magnolia Kennel of Huntsville, where we've been caring for your furry family members for over 4 decades. Nestled at 877 IH 45 South, our kennel is a perfect retreat for your pet. With a climate-controlled facility, spacious exercise yards, we ensure a comfortable and enjoyable stay. At Magnolia Kennel, we offer a range of options including overnight boarding, extended stay boarding, and doggy day out. But that's not all. We also provide additional pampering services like baths and nail care to keep your pets looking and feeling their best. Making a reservation is a breeze at magnoliakennel.com. We take great pride in our dedication to the community, supporting our local fire departments by providing oxygen pet masks. Stay connected and enjoy adorable pet updates by following us on Facebook. Magnolia Kennel of Huntsville is where dogs get to be dogs. Visit us at magnoliakennel.com to book your pet's next stay. We can't wait to meet your 4-legged family members.
The Oak Ridge Disciple House is a faith-based 501c3 nonprofit Christian character building ministry helping men 18 and older who are suffering from drug and alcohol addictions. If you or someone you know needs help, there is light at the end of the tunnel, and that light can be found through the Oak Ridge Disciple House. For more information, visit oakridgedisciplehouse.com. Hey friends, Rob Hipp here. As a guy, jewelry's not really my thing. I never know what I'm looking for. I feel uncomfortable, and I just don't understand how certain things look good together. But that's why I depend on Elliot Herzlich at Elliot's Jewelers. Whenever Bridget and I wanted to get engaged, we said, we need to go to a place to where someone's going to take care of us. They're going to make me feel comfortable as a guy, but they're also going to take care of her needs as well. So I went into Elliot's, and he was so gracious and compassionate with my understanding, and I wanted something that looked a little masculine for my engagement band, and he said, I've got the perfect thing for you. And he found some white hammered gold that was trimmed in 14 karat gold, also put a diamond on that ring to signify my love for Bridget, and as we grow and our family grows, we can put a diamond around the rest of those. So friends, if you're looking for someone that is dedicated to customer service, that understands the needs of people and does what's right all the time, there's nobody better than my friend. It's Elliot Herzlich at Elliot's Jewelers. Visit him online at elliotsjewelers.com.
Hey now. 8:30. 30. Hey now. Hey Karen, how you doing?
Hey, what's up?
Hi, how are you? I did car sales for 2 months. Yeah. It was not a fun time. A guy named Mike Stevens trained me. Great guy though. He told me a while, he retired. His name is Malibu Mike. He knew everything about the Chevy Malibu, so he earned the nickname Malibu Mike. Great guy in Georgetown, and I worked for Hewlett. And they were great people. It just wasn't my cup of tea. You sell like 15 cars, you only get paid $800. You're like, probably not.
Yeah.
Not gonna, like that movie Office Space. Not gonna work here anymore. That's for sure. But Mike taught me a lot in sales, and Mike Stevens taught me to sell the appointment, not the product. And so I learned very quickly when you're on the phone and you're trying to meet people and in sales, and I put together a sales course for training sports broadcasters on how to sell sports advertising. And it's a 45-minute course that we have through what's called our SHN Sports Association. But it's really cool because I learned a lot from Mike on this topic. And when you get on the phone with somebody, you get on the phone with them, and you don't sit there and tell them about the car and tell them all the features. You just say, hey, man, I'd love to show you all this. The best way to do it's in person. Are you available Monday at 3 or Tuesday at 4? Mm-hmm. And you give people either or scenarios
to get them in there.
And I was on the call and off the call within 2 minutes. Some salespeople are on the phone for 30 minutes trying to sell the car with a phone. It's like when you go to HEB, man, you got to be there in person to touch those popsicles. Like you're not just going to go on the app and find popsicles and order them. When you're there and you see those you're like, man, I didn't even think about them popsicles, but now I'm there, so I'm going to buy them. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So, and there's this, we went to Costco. They have these organic pops. I thought they were going to be nasty. They're the best things I've ever gotten.
Really?
It's like those, you remember those little, what were those things when you were a kid that they were liquid and you froze them? Like
flavor ice.
Flavo ice. That's it. Yeah, the cheap one.
Yeah.
The dirt cheap. Remember they're like $1 for 50 of them.
Yes.
They're probably made of like recycled cow parts, but they were good, So it's the Flavo ice. They had these organic ones at Costco that were really cheap. Those things, I would have never thought about getting them. But because I was at Costco and I walked by and the price was right, I bought them. And now I'm a fan and I buy them every time. Organic, non-cow part popsicles. Yeah, they're really good. So Karen is here with us from Walker County. I don't even know how we talked about that. From Walker County Federal Credit Union. They are all things financial experts here in Huntsville. If you got a question for Walker County Federal, go in and ask them. It could be about anything financial. And if they can't help you, they're going to point you in the right direction. An organization that's so involved in the community. We've talked about a lot of the events, and we'll mention here in just a few moments some final events that are happening here coming up this weekend. But I just wanted to give a quick testimonial here on a Monday. And on behalf of Bridget, too, she'll say the same thing. Karen, when we first moved here, we live out in Elkins. When you live in Elkins, I mean, one of the perks is you get a golf cart because you can cruise around and it's fun. It's a fun thing to ride around on a golf. Even if you don't, I don't even play golf, but I like having a golf cart. And then when we moved, we didn't think this whole moving thing through, honestly, really well. We probably should have just stayed and never moved, but financially we had to get away you need to get away and reset. But we sold the golf cart. And when we came back, it's been a year now, we came back, and Bridget's just been like, we need to get a golf cart again. Because Braylon, she loved just riding on it with us. And so Bridget, she's working full-time now, and so we had a little bit of extra resources. And Bridget was like, I think I'm going to get a golf cart. I said, well, call Karen. What'd she do? She texted you. I mean, literally 2 hours later, come by and pick up a check.
Yep.
That's the kind of service you're going to get from Walker County Federal.
Absolutely.
It was no hassle. How do y'all make it so easy, Karen?
That's just how we roll. We're just that good.
They really are that good.
Yes.
Whenever we had our car, we bought a Hyundai Santa Fe years ago, and it was the same situation. Now, let me just full disclaimer, they're not just being a yes man like Jim Carrey in that movie Yes Man. I mean, they do have to go through a legal process and run the credit scores and all that kind of stuff.
But it's not lengthy, and it's not, we make it just as simple as we can.
I mean, you still dot the I's and cross the T's.
You don't even have to come in if you don't want to. I can send you everything electronically, and you're good to go.
So that's how quick they made it. And so we have our car loan, our golf cart loan, Spirit Radio, our nonprofit that we founded. Y'all made that process super easy. Went in and talked to Denise, and she told me exactly what I needed. And there was something, she identified something. There was something with the Secretary of State that I had forgotten to renew. And she goes, we'll take care of this as soon as you get that. And I drove down to Houston, got it taken care of. And as soon as I got back, she fixed it for me. But we have that account. I have my personal account. We have our savings account. We have Hello Huntsville's account. All of our accounts, everything now is over at Walker County Federal. And I have not ran into one situation yet to where you guys did not provide a service that we needed that you didn't have. You've provided everything that we've needed. All the same thing as the big corporate banks.
Yep.
And the most common one that I use is that check deposit.
That remote deposit, yes, that's very convenient.
And if you get it in by 2, it's usually in the same day. We're talking about Walker County Federal Credit Union doing the big bank services without the big bank feel.
Right.
And the number one reason is because they're not a bank; they're a credit union.
Right.
So it's different when you're part of a credit union too. You feel like you're part of a family. You're a member. And so I did want to just give a shout out about the great services that you guys offer. If there's anybody out there looking,
absolutely, give us a call. If we can't have it or we don't have it, we can point you in the right direction.
And sometimes I feel bad, Karen. I was telling you earlier that I'm trying to not be as involved in it. Sometimes it's better just to is it devolve? What's the opposite of involved? Devolved? Devolve? You're trying to devolve yourself?
Just say no.
Just say no. Yeah. Nancy Reagan said it in that campaign. Just say no. But I don't mean that in a negative way, but I've learned, especially now with children, there's only so many hours in a day, and you got to maximize your time and your family. Your faith, in my opinion, is your number one thing. It's faith over everything. But then your family comes second. And I was like, I need to maximize my time that I have during the day to spend it with my family. My kids they're going to be so tiny. I told Braylon the other night, before church, or the other morning before church, yesterday morning, she came in, she was snuggling up next to me. And I said, please don't grow up. Because it's just like this little bean right there next to her. I was like, please don't grow up. But she is.
She's going to. Yeah.
You gotta make those decisions. But it's so important it's okay to say no. And I've learned to say no. But I've learned to say yes to Walker County Federal because they're going to take care of me. So, Karen, some other great events coming up. I know tonight.
Trivia tonight at Rodeo starts at 6:00. Get there a little early because it gets kind of packed. Then this is, remember, April the 10th for the Safe House barbecue lunch, and we can deliver within so many miles. Get your order form in, and I'll get Rob that email address to email the order forms to Tammy at Safe House. And then May the 4th is the Walker County Area Go Texan Crawfish Boil. So we would love to have you there. Tables are $300. It's a table of 8. And we also desperately need some auction items for the silent auction. So if you'd like to advertise your business, you can contact me. I'll be glad to come pick those items up. or if you know any other of the members of the Walker County Go Texan Committee, contact one of them. They'll get with me and I can get everything picked up. We'd really appreciate it.
And if folks don't have your number, can I just come by the bank and say
Oh,
hi
absolutely.
to you?
Yes, or you can
union.
drop off anything to me at the credit union at any time or text me and I'll come get it.
Awesome. Go in and Karen's won't get in trouble for this. See, that's another big thing, too. You know, if you walk into some of these corporate banks and you guys are sponsoring something and you walk in, oh, no, we can't. You got to wait till you get off work. Not at Walker County Federal. Because they give
we're
back.
a sponsor for this, too. Even though I'm on the committee, we do sponsor. It's all about the youth. And so we really want to recognize them and raise as much money as we can.
I talked to Toy last week, you know, since we had her in.
Mm-hmm.
The Hello Huntsville Otis Spunkmeyer cookie.
Oh, you
oven.
did talk to her about it. Okay, good.
Yeah, we're going to be.
She's going to get right on that, I'm sure.
Well, we're going to be sponsoring that cookie. She said the problem is there may not be any cookies, you know, once you bring them in. So,
yeah.
But look for the Hello Huntsville Otis Spunkmeyer cookie oven coming
yes,
soon.
Yes.
To a Walker County Federal Credit Union near you.
Please do. I'm going to hold you to that, Rob.
It's coming.
We'll put your sticker on it.
That's right.
Compliments of Hello Huntsville.
Hey, we'll sponsor it. You know, I think those things are only like $300. I mean, it is kind of pricey, but you know, I'll supply the oven. Y'all supply the cookies. We'll call it a day.
Yeah, sounds like a deal.
All right, let's get over to our Granny Mary's Cajun Asian Cuisine text line. We got a winner today, and if you ever see me do this, it's so Karen can hear. Kind of looks like a little UFO flying around. See this? Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh.
This looks like a familiar number.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi, this is Bart over here at Waterworks. How you doing?
I'm okay.
Listen, there's a water tower out there in front of your property that's leaking. It's got some rust in it, and I'm coming over there today to clean it, okay?
I'll get right on that. Thank you.
This is your official boil notice from Walker County. This is Walker. I'm just kidding. I can't do this anymore.
Kind of figured.
Who are we speaking with this morning? Is this a new person to Hello Huntsville?
I'm intermittent because I don't have unlimited data, so I have to, like at work, I just do my thumb drive. So I'm in the office alone today, so I don't have to be so careful with what I listen to, so I've got y'all playing.
Okay.
So I'll get back and say hi.
Well, we're family friendly, though. You know, we're family friendly. You can turn it up all the way, blast it out for everybody to hear. Who are we speaking with?
My name is Autumn Wheaton.
Autumn Wheaton. All right. Well, congratulations.
Oh, I know Autumn. She and I went to high school together.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Hi, Karen.
Hey, Autumn. Congratulations.
Well, we got a Cafe Texan gift card coming your way today, Autumn.
Oh, yay. Woo-hoo.
Well, thank you for texting in spring. You know, I'm glad you didn't wait until the fall, you know, to text in.
Yeah.
So that's great.
Well, it's
literally
my
anyway on our
name,
comments.
so I had to work on that.
So spring is your cousin's name?
Yeah, I have a cousin named Spring.
Oh, that is cool.
And her name's Autumn.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Well, Autumn, Karen said y'all went to high school together, so I'm assuming did you grow up here in Huntsville?
On and off, yes.
Well,
Huntsville's a giant bungee cord. I made it as far as Maine, but ended up getting back here.
You went to Maine?
But yeah. My my ex-husband was in the Navy.
Ah, okay. Well, we made it to Fargo, and then 8 months later, we're like, nope, we came back.
Too cold.
Our phrase here on the show is "Ain't nobody got time for that." And when we got to Fargo, we're like, "Ain't nobody got time for that," so we came back. So
I feel you.
All right. Well, I think it's $25, maybe $30, somewhere. It's somewhere between $25 and $30 to Cafe Texan. I'll tell you what. Text us on that same line, and if you're comfortable doing so, we don't even mind dropping it off at your work today. We'll bring that by to you. It is a gift card to Cafe Texan, and we'll get you taken care of. How does that sound?
I wouldn't mind it, but I work for TDCJ and met the old admin building in front of the Walls unit.
You want me to take it with me to the office, Autumn, and you can come by the credit union and pick it up?
That'll work.
Perfect.
Sounds good.
Well, we'll do that then. Well, before we let you go, Karen's got a question. We always ask people just how much they love Huntsville. So, Karen?
Tell us today, Autumn, what you're thankful for.
I love, actually, the small townness of Huntsville. But we're starting to grow to have some of the bigger town amenities, which is nice finally. But I've been all over the place, and Huntsville's where I spent most of my life on and off. It's the closest thing I've got to call home in a hometown and to feel like I'm a part of things. And I've been in big cities, and you don't feel like you're a part of anything. I mean, San Antonio and all that stuff. you're not a part of it. You don't have any ownership of anything. Here in Huntsville, it's small enough that you're invested and you're a part of things, and there's an ownership to it. And, that's kind of, what I like. One of the things I like.
Autumn, that is by far we get a lot of good responses. That's one of the best we've heard. So thank you for sharing that with us.
Well, thank you for being out there, and thank you, Mr. Rob. I didn't mean to leave you out in the Facebook I am. But thank you, Mr. Rob, for doing this. Thank you, Miss Karen, for being out there and you're just a wonderful lady all around.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you both.
All righty. Well, hey, this is Bart, and we'll get that water tower fixed for you, all right?
I appreciate you getting right on that for me.
All right. Well, have a blessed day, Autumn. Thanks so much.
Thank you, and you too.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Boy, I love that. New folks that have never won before.
Yeah.
Autumn Wheaton, you knew her.
Yeah.
So, boy, I'm so thankful. I was worried, that I thought only 2 people watch this show. So I'm so thankful that people are watching. No, I'm just kidding. Well, great things. By the way, a little teaser coming soon. We're going to redo this office in here. We've been talking about it.
Yeah,
and,
that would be a good idea.
We're going to get, what do you think about nice, comfortable chairs and more of a living room type setting in here? What do you think?
Yeah, that'd be neat.
Get rid of the tables, have a nice living room setting.
Yeah.
That's the game plan. So we're going to make it. We want this
Sort
to be
of like the Ellen Show. Have a little coffee table or, yeah.
I
neat.
want it to be like the Oprah show. Like,
yeah, that too.
Gift card for you, gift card for you, gift card for you. We just want to give away everything all the time. Do what? Yes, Michelle said, are we giving away cars? Yes, we are. So, hey, I do want to remind you one other thing, too. Karen has mentioned so many great events that are happening. We want you to join the discussion about Huntsville. Now, you may say, oh, wait a minute. This is an open container for anybody to toss whatever they want in the bike. Well, yeah, we want you to. We want it to be positive. But if you go to our website at hellohuntsvilletx.com, we have launched the new Community Discussion Forum. And this is a really cool forum where you can go and leave different thoughts, different posts. I know social media is out there, but this is a way to keep everything organized through the website. If you go to hellohuntsvilletx.com, we have many different forums about arts, history and culture, business and economy, community and lifestyle, education and school, science and tech, and also general discussions. So if there's something that's on your mind that you want to share in the community, think of it as kind of an open editorial as well. We'd love to hear from you, and that is a new feature on our website at hellohuntsvilletx.com. We'd love for you to get engaged and be a part of the discussion. I put a post on there asking for folks to upload some historical photos of Huntsville because we really want to celebrate the history and the heritage of this community as far back as we can because it is so great. There's a lot of great things here. So, well, Karen, that'll wrap it up. I'm out of breath.
Yeah.
So my chest is hurting. I'm wheezing. It's time to go. It's that second hand.
I got to go to work.
Yeah, it's just that second hand from, when I was 10 years old from the VFW hall catching up to me. So, Karen, final thoughts from you before we go.
No, just everybody have a great week. And if anybody's feeling sorry for us, not next Monday because Toy will be here, but the Monday after that, feel free to bring mimosas for Mimosa Monday.
Yeah, bring it. We're tired of being non-Mimosa Monday. Go by and see our friends at Walker County Federal. They're going to take care of you. Again, Walker County Federal Credit Union. So thankful for their partnership, not just with us, but with this community, helping to make an impact on everyone here in Huntsville and throughout Walker County. Friends, as I end every broadcast, reminding you here on a Monday that we're not strong enough alone to make it on our own. We truly need each other. Provide a word of encouragement. Lend a hand of support. Somebody out there needs you. We'll be on tomorrow with Angela from Huntsville Main Street. Make sure to join us. We'll hear more about the great things happening in our community. Until tomorrow morning at 7:30, so long, friends, and have a wonderful and blessed Monday.